हरे कृष्ण। भोगं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्. Thank you for this opportunity to speak on this very wonderful topic of Jeev Daya. So we were discussing Jeev Dya, Jeev Kya, काय करायचं आपल्याला. So I will try to discuss on Jeev Daya, not Jeev Kya. This word compassion, some people use the word as Daya, but more appropriate word is Karuna. So what is the source of this word compassion? So let us try to explore that. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma buddha bhav samannita. So Krishna is telling he is the source of everything that is there in this material world. So he is the source of this compassion also. So this compassion of Krishna we can see in so many ways. Like Krishna has created this material world for whom? For all of us, so that we can attempt to enjoy in this world. But eventually we get frustrated, and that is the actual plan of Krishna, to get frustrated. So he created this material world for our enjoyment, but also for our reformation, so that we can go back to the spiritual world. So Krishna's another compassion is that he comes to this world every yuga to give us the yuga dharma. So as Yuga Avatar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has already come 500 years back to give us the process by which we can go back to the spiritual world. What is the process? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And one more aspect of Krishna's compassion is that he has given us the scriptures, like Bhagavad Gita. By reading and implementing this knowledge, we can also perfect our life and go back to the spiritual world. Actually, Krishna is always in anxiety. Can you believe this? We are in tension in this world, but Krishna is more in anxiety than most of us. Why? Because he is way more eager to take us all back to the spiritual world than our desires also. We are not desiring so strongly, but Krishna is so eager to take us back to the spiritual world. So that is why he is making so many plans. He takes different avatars and comes to this world. He sends his messengers. So this is the compassion of Krishna. He is working for us actually. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, there is no work for me. मुझे कुछ काम धाम करना नहीं है. So but Krishna is working all the time so that we can perfect our lives and go back to the spiritual world. And I would also like to discuss about the nature of the compassion of the devotees, pure devotees who came on behalf of Krishna. So one beautiful verse that comes in Srimad Bhagavatam, Tapyante lokatapena sadhava prayasho jana paramaradhanam tadhi purushashakhilatmanaha. So beautiful verse here, Krishna, this verse it is being told that what is the nature of the great souls? The great souls, they always want to go through suffering when they see the suffering of the people of this world. And they voluntarily accept a lot of inconveniences so that we can all perform devotional service and go back to the spiritual world. And Krishna is telling, this is the highest form of worship which can be done to me. So now my question to all of you, how many have this experience of going through some inconvenience so that we can help some person? कितने लोगों को experience है? हाथ ऊपर कर सकते हैं? Many of you, right? So we went through some little inconvenience so that we can help other people. This is the mood and the nature of the pure devotees in this world. And we have so many examples of this in our scriptures, in our contemporary times also. So I would like to mention some examples from scriptures which actually portray this particular quality of the pure devotees. So one example is, how many of you know Sripad Ramanujacharya? All of you, right? So he is the Acharya from the Sri Sampradaya. So Sri Ramanujacharya, he has many instructing gurus. one of his gurus is Mahapurna. So one time Mahapurna approaches Ramanujacharya and tells him, "My dear son, if you really want to know the importance and significance of the Vedic mantras, you should go to Tirukoshtiur. There lives a great saint with the name Goshti Purna. He will give you some mantra which will actually help you in perfecting your life." So he accepts the proposal, he agrees, and then he walks a lot of distance and finally he reaches Tirukoshtiur. And there he meets this great saint, Koshti-Purna. He approaches him humbly, falls at his lotus feet, and begs to give the mantra. So then our Koshti-Purna, he says, these mantras actually, this cannot be taken by everyone. This cannot be given to each and everyone. There is some qualification that is needed. Only a person whose mind is pure, only a person who is completely free from any material desire, such a person is qualified to take this mantra. So I think you can go back, you are not qualified. So he becomes very morose and comes back to Sri Rangam. And then he was contemplating on the whole thing. And then again one time what happened, Goshti-Purna happens to come to Sri Rangam for some festival. And there in the dream of Goshti-Purna, the Lord appears, Ranganathji appears and tells him, "My dear Goshti-Purna, give this mantra to this boy. He is qualified. I am recommending you." भगवान खुद रिकमेंड कर रहे हैं, मंत्रा दे दो इनको करके. So then Goshti-Purna, he goes back to his place and he thinks about the vision of the dream that has come in, the Lord has come in his dream. But still he does not give this mantra to Ramanujacharya. So many times Ramanujacharya goes to Tirukoshtiur again. It's a long distance, he travels so much, but every times he was rejected. So he was reluctant to give this mantra to Ramanujacharya. So one last attempt when Ramanujacharya went to that place, he was feeling so morose and he was actually crying. "I am so fallen that I am not being given this mantra." And he actually cries. So when Goshti-Purna comes to know about this, so he then asks Ramanujacharya to come to his place. And finally he agrees to give this mantra. And he tells him, "My dear Ramanujacharya, now I can see that you are qualified. You are humble and you have purified yourself. So I will give you this mantra to you, but remember this condition. Do not ever give this mantra to anyone who is not qualified, who is not free from material desires. And if you do so, you have to go to hell." So that was the condition. So then he agrees and he takes the mantra. And the mantra in those days, it was given in the ears. So he takes that mantra from Goshti-Purna. So while he was walking from the place of Goshti-Purna, so he was going towards Sri Rangam. So he was constantly contemplating on this mantra and its benefits. So he thinks, if this mantra is so powerful, it can deliver all the people of this world, why not give this mantra to each and everyone, all the people of this world? They will also get benefit. So that was the compassionate feeling that came in the heart of Ramanujacharya. So then he decides, let me give this beautiful, precious gem to all the people. So then he goes to a temple, nearby temple, Soumya Narayan temple is there. So he goes on the top of the temple, on the Shikhar, and then he invites all the villagers. "My dear villagers, please come here. I have something precious to give to all of you, which will fulfill all your desires. Please come." So all the villagers, they start coming one by one, and the news spread so rapidly, even if there was no WhatsApp in those days. But people became so aware, and then immediately everyone started coming to that place, eager to solve the problems of their lives. It will solve all their problems. So then Ramanujacharya tells, "My dear villagers, I have one mantra to give to all of you. Please hear attentively. And when you use this mantra, it will fulfill all your desires." So everyone becomes so happy and eager to hear this mantra from Ramanujacharya. Then he says that famous mantra, "Om Namo Narayanaya." So everyone, as soon as they chant this mantra, something happens to them. They feel so happy, which they never felt before. They become ecstatic for a moment. after chanting that mantra. And everyone becomes so happy. They start, praising Ramanujacharya for this benevolent act of him. And then Ramanujacharya comes down. He also becomes happy that, I could be of some help to these people of this world. And the news goes to Goshti Purna. He comes with great anger. He comes to Ramanujacharya and says, I told you before, do not give this mantra to anyone, but still you gave this. You did not follow my instruction. You have to go to hell now. So what was the mood of Ramanujacharya? He says, my dear Guru, I am ready. If by sharing this mantra to all of these people, and if they can perfect their lives with this mantra, with this benediction, what is the loss of insignificant person like me if he goes to the hellish planets? I am ready. There is no problem. Please forgive me for not obeying your instructions. So as soon as Goshti Purna hears this, his heart actually melts and he's completely transformed now. Actually, he feels so happy that he says, my dear Ramanujacharya, actually, I am not your Guru. You are my Guru. I have never seen anyone so magnanimous as you. You are actually fit to be the Guru of this world. So this is the compassion of the great souls who are ready to go to hell also, ready to take any kind of inconveniences just to benefit the people of this world. That is the compassion which our great souls have been carrying. Yesterday it was Shivaratri. So already Nandagula Prabhu has shared this example that how Lord Shiva also went through so many inconveniences so that he can benefit this world. He took that halal, right, so that the whole world can be saved from the effects of that halal poison. And if you know, the sages in Naimisharanya, they all assembled to perform yajna for 1,000 years. Why? For the welfare of this world. So that was the compassion people used to carry in their hearts. And all of you know, our Srila Prabhupada, what kind of compassionate heart he has. He left the comfortable situation which was there in Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. And at the age of 70, with so many heart attacks, he went to West, he went to America, so that we can all get benefited by his preaching there. So what is compassion? Compassion, what is preaching is the manifestation of highest form of compassion. So preaching is possible only when we have compassion for others. So now all of you might be thinking, I am not great soul like Ramanujacharya. I am not great soul like the sages of Naimisharanya. I am not great soul like Srila Prabhupada. But we can also do something. We can also share whatever we have received, isn't it? I remember when I was in Hyderabad, I was working there. So one of the friends of my friend, he used to call us for the weekly program, our Krishna Conscious program. And every week we used to postpone him. And me and my friend, we used to go to watch some movie every week. So we used to postpone the invitation of that friend. And we did this for 1 full month. Every Sunday we used to go some other place and he never went to that place. So finally we saw, as Gaur Vilas Prabhu was making that statement, consistency attempts. So he was consistently attempting and following up this, and please come, at least once come. And finally, we could not say no to him, and then we went to the program. And you can see the effect. So how many of you have this experience that you got connected to Krishna consciousness because of some devotee? How many of you? Almost all of you, right? So, are you not indebted to them? We have some rin, right? We have to repay that rin. So that rin can be repaid by sharing whatever we are saying. And what we can do, I will just tell 2-3 steps. Other speakers also there. So we can at least call, how many of you attend Prerana festival? Many of you, right? So you can bring one new person for the Prerana festival. Can you do this? Every Prerana, a new person. Huh? Not this. So at least one new person in every Prerana Krishna. And those who are assisting IYS teachers in so many base programs or other programs, there also you can bring some new person. At least we can. Hare Krishna. So this is what I have to share. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.